Oh, I think it's happening. Although it might not be officially happening, I think it's happening. Right before your very eyes. See if we can make it happen. Try to make it happen. Somehow it's not getting out to the internet. Can't make it refresh on my pad here. Fun. All right, there it is. This morning's breakfast brought to you by Google. I'd like to thank the fine folks at Google for sponsoring my breakfast. Unfortunately, we're going to have to turn the volume down on that because we're not going to listen to that garbage. Pretty standard. Also brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Jesus. Double commercials? Alright. Whatever. Try to get this up on the TV. Spinny Wheel of Doom. Nothing but good news there. Well, the kitchen was in a condition that required coffee and at least one cup to be consumed before the stream. So that's happened. I mean, you can't always make coffee live on the internet. Sometimes you just have to drink coffee live on the internet. 2 thumbs up. All right. So this week's edition of Breakfast with Elveshelves. What are we gonna do? Besides spill sugar everywhere. We'll make some waffles. Oh, I'm just trying to think. Like, this week went by, I guess, about the exact same amount of time as all the other weeks, but I also feel like it went by fast, I guess. Joan? Oh, hey, Joan. Welcome to the stream. Just gonna make some breakfast here in a second. You might be new to the chat. Basically, what I do is on Sundays, I make breakfast, and I don't know, normally tell traffic stories about how people are shit at driving in traffic somehow. I don't know. Just recap the stuff that's going on. You know, people are in chat. A lot of times that drives the conversation. Sometimes nobody shows up. It's just me making breakfast. So I'm having some coffee. Just subscribe. All right. Well, welcome to the channel. What was the video that sucked you into my channel? Was it a guitar video? Was it a cooking video? Was it a breakfast video? Was it I don't even know what kind of videos I have. A snow shoveling video? Apparently those are popular. I guess it doesn't matter what kind of video it was. Welcome to the channel. This is a channel where expectations are tempered, but amazing things do happen on occasion. Like, for example, today, you will be blessed with the opening of a brand new pancake mix, which is always fun. It's always a fun day when you get to open the new pancake mix, because this one is getting pretty empty. So that will be happening here shortly. I feel like brand new 10-pound pancake mix opening day is like a, oh, cool. Just the algorithm. All right, well, I'll give you a sneak peek. Here we go. Turn the camera on. There you go. That's what you're dealing with. Oh, hey, you looking at my cabinets? What's up with that? It's a very famous thing I do on my live streams, is accuse people of looking at my cabinets. But yeah, I'm Elveshelves. Welcome to the stream. Here we go. So yeah, I think that life can be measured in 10-pound pancake mix increments. So that's this chapter. This chapter of my life has come to a close, and this chapter right here is about to start, which is, you know, it is what it is. Isn't that fun? Oh. Oh, from Ireland? All right. Are you near the Blarney Stone? Can you give it a kiss for me? I've never been to Ireland. I'd like to go sometime. That'd be fun. I have a brother who's born on St. Patrick's Day, which is amazingly convenient for me to never forget when his birthday is. That's a true story. We have a soap in America called Irish Spring, which don't ask me why. So we used to give my brother Irish Spring for his birthday. He didn't think that was very funny at all. What is an Irish saying? Aaron go brach? Is that right? Am I doing that right? I'm not even totally sure what that means, but I've heard it before. So yeah, the old mix is getting low. Oops! Move my fruit tray. So yeah, I mean, if you're new to the channel, so basically what happened was when we were all like sitting at home, unable to visit people we knew, I started streaming Sunday breakfast, so people that couldn't see me could see me, and then I just kept doing it. So nothing super amazing is gonna happen, but it's different, you know. I'm sure the way that people make breakfast in Ireland is different than the way people make breakfast in someplace else. So even where I'm from, breakfast is made differently. Oh, that's the end of that bag. I'm gonna get one cup out of her. No. Say some words to the empty bag of pancake mix. You were a good bag of pancake mix. You served your purpose. Oh, there's still a little left in there. Pancake mix does not want to give it up. You don't want to waste any. Waste not, want not. That's what they say in pancake mix land. All right, use the scoop. Finish this up. So, Sam's Club, which is what this brand is a subsidiary of Walmart. It's their paid membership club, where you pay a yearly fee, and then supposedly, instead of buying 4 pounds of pancake mix, you buy 10 pounds. I guess is how Sam's Club works. I forget what I'm doing here. 2 cups of mix. Yeah, we're gonna do the waffle. So got one of these. Definitely not a professional cooking show. One of the things I found is interesting is like sometimes when you watch channels that have a variety of content such as mine, you'll actually find out about things that you didn't know about, even though you probably don't need to know about them. You know, it's fun to learn new things. So recently I got back into guitar, so I'm doing a little bit more guitar content, even though I'm not very good at guitar. And I don't know, I just kind of film whatever I'm doing. Just this is my channel, it's what I'm up to. So I guess if I get into knitting sweaters, you're gonna see sweater knitting videos, I guess would be the best way to describe what I'm trying to say. All right, we're gonna get some water in here. Got the measuring cup. That's for adding the oil. I do have water available. I believe it's 1.5 cups. Perfect. That would be approximately 400 milliliters if you live in the part of the world. It's just shy of 400 milliliters. if you live in the part of the world that doesn't participate in the insanity of measuring that we do here in America, because for some reason, I don't know, we do everything difficult here. All right, we will be using the Danish dough whisk for the mixing of the pancake batter / waffle batter. It's just to add a little oil to help release the waffles from the... Actually, we'll do that after we add the water. Give it a little splash. Should help release the parts that tend to stick. So I'm trying to think, what was today or this week's highlight moment for me? Well, that is really loose. That's fine. Maybe not have measured quite right. Still working on that being the perfect part. Yeah, that's way too liquidy. We're gonna have to add a little extra powder. We don't want our waffle mix to be just like swimming. I'm trying to think, this week, what did I see as far as traffic that was just like bonkers? Well, I had a guy tailgate me. That was fun. Of course, I was just driving the speed limit with like, I don't know, 100 cars in front of me. It's like, I never understood that. It's 15:46 in Ireland right now. So that's, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 3 a.m., almost 4 a.m.? Is that what you're... Oh. It's like military time style, I assume is what you're saying. Well, if it's super duper late at night, this is perfect late at night content right here. Is a bearded man from the middle of the United States mixing pancake batter to put in a waffle maker. What could possibly get better? The internet is wild. I remember before there was the internet, and when you made your waffles, you made them by yourself. You didn't get to share them with anybody else anywhere on the planet Earth. So I have made a handwritten note. 4 a.m. Yowzer. I made a handwritten note. 2/3 cup pour is the magic amount to put in the old waffle maker. So, yeah. So, wait, is it Monday? Are you in the future? What's happening right now? Am I being visited by the future? What are the lotto numbers? What lotto tickets should I buy if you're from the future? I play video games with people that live in Australia, and they're in the future. Maybe you're in the past. How does that work? Anyways, I always ask them the lotto numbers. Oh, wait, you're in the past. Let me tell. I'm going to give you the lotto numbers then. I'm in the future. Because it's 9:48 a.m. where I am. Almost 10 o'clock. It's almost waffle eating time. So yeah, my Australian friends, they're in the future. I always ask for lotto numbers. They never give them to me. I have not won the lotto yet. All right, well, let's give this thing the old AM. It's the morning, 9:48 morning. I'm making breakfast. I'm in central United States. Halfway between the ocean and the other ocean is where I live. Like dead center, right in the middle of, well, right next to nowhere. Like if you look at the United States and there's the part where there's nothing, I live right on the edge of that. Which is fun because I don't live where there's nothing. I live next to where there's nothing. So it's far more convenient. Well, what other cliche things can I ask about an Irish person? I assume that you have red hair and you dress in green. Is this correct? Are you wearing green right now and have red hair? That's about the extent of what an Irish person in my pretend imagination would consist of. That's how they're portrayed on the television. Am I doing this right? Is this the right pump? I feel like I'm about to. No, I don't want to use that one. I think that's old oil. I just about put old oil on my thing. I'm going to use this one. Give it a couple squirts. Now this waffle maker, mostly yes, I love potatoes. Oh, well, I'll tell you what. I'm a potato farmer as well, and there is in life when you are growing vegetables, in my professional amateur opinion, the two things that taste the best when you grow them yourselves are tomatoes and potatoes. Because there's something that sucks about a store-bought tomato and a store-bought potato that is never going to ever be the same as a homegrown potato and tomato. Actually, I'm embarrassed. I bought potatoes this year. I didn't plant them because I've been ripping my yard out, and that's been taking all my time. So mostly yes. Mostly that means you are red hair and wearing green. Is that what you're mostly yes? Well, I mean that's. I don't think there's any other way it could be. Is there? Good times. We have what's called potato bugs here, and they'll come and eat all the leaves off the potatoes. And like the best way to get rid of them is to grab them and squish them with your hands. Spent many years squishing potato bugs. They're crafty little bastards. They'll see you and they'll run. Oh, I'll catch them, squish them. Someone said if you catch them and you put them in a blender and you blend them up, make a paste out of them, and then you spray that on your potatoes, the smell of the corpses of their brethren will scare them off. I don't know if that's true or not. I never thought about. So, I live in Iowa, dead center. So like, let's see here. Let me find a map real quick. Here's a map. So here's the United States. There's New York and there's California. I live right here, in the middle, right in the middle, right there. So like, if I want to go here or there, it's about the same. If I want to go to Canada, which is up here, or Mexico, it's about the same. It's like literally dead center. Which is awful inconvenient to go to the other places, but also convenient because everything's the same distance away. But that's fine. It's the sun is out today. It's beautiful spring, 65 degrees, which is like that's Fahrenheit, so that'd be like on the lower end of acceptable room temperature, but it's perfect for me because I love it like that. The windows are open, the birds are singing, the grass is green. No wind today. It's going to be a perfect day. Oh, hey, Jeremy. Welcome to the stream. I was worried you got hit in the head by a golf ball and you weren't going to make it. Glad to see you made it. So today for fruit, we got very red themed on the fruit plate today. We got some cherries. We got some strawberries. Looking nice. And the green grapes, obviously. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I could complain, but it wouldn't do any good, so I'm not gonna. But yeah, no, life is good. The fruit is fresh. I'm not gonna spit my cherry pits out on stream. I'm gonna do that off camera. Okay, so according to the red light, the waffle maker is prepared for batter. Uh-oh. Well, Jeremy, I believe either is an employee or a volunteer at the local golf course. Champion at golf. So, I'm definitely not a champion at golf, but I have a wicked short game. I struggle to tee off. Like, I can't hit a straight tee off to save my life. To the point where I used to golf a lot more, and I used to just adjust I think I had a slice, so I would just like look the wrong direction because I knew it was slicing. Then I had a buddy who went to golf school. He made me a golf club, a driver, and he weighted it a special way. He's like, this should help with your slice. And he gave me that club, and I could hit a straight shot. I was like, my God, this club is amazing. And I used it. Then one day I teed off, and the head just went flying. It just broke right off, which was unfortunate. But yeah, I'm super good at chipping. Like if I play 9 holes of golf, the chances of me chipping in on one of those 9 holes is almost 100%. That's how good at chipping I am. I used to practice chipping in my parents' yard for hours. Just chip, chip, chip. I had a basket, and I would try to chip into the basket. And obviously, you chip into the basket with the idea that the ball will roll. So, yep. But I haven't golfed in a while. Like, I guess golf is like you kind of have to commit to golf. Like, that's got to be your thing. I do like playing, but it takes a lot of time. Pitch and putting. Yeah, you guys like, so you have a lot of links courses, like, so I know there's some famous golf courses in Ireland, but like when I see, like, my whole, I've never been to Ireland, so it's all my imagination. I just use my imagination. Leprechauns running around everywhere, pots of gold, rainbows, and all that. But besides that, the golf courses over there are extremely green. There's always an ocean in the background, and they're links, which are like you have to hit it from section to section to section, and lots of deep pits with long grass. That's what I think of when I think of Irish golf courses, which is probably completely made up in my mind. And of course, what else is Irish? Man. Oh, my brain is broken. What am I trying to say right now? I want to say haggis, but haggis is not Irish. That's Scottish, I'm pretty sure. Corned beef and cabbage. There, that's Irish, right? You guys have corned beef and cabbage for breakfast and lunch and dinner probably every day of the week. 69 Shades of Green, I bet. I mean, there's worse things to be famous for than like nice green, lush everything. You know, I can think of worse things. Like deserty, rock, barren, garbagey. Like, I wouldn't want to be from there. Mm. Oh man, so like now I'm all thinking about Irish. I'm trying to think of everything Irish I know just so I can sound like the biggest fool on the planet Earth. You're supposed to kiss the Blarney Stone upside down, aren't you? Is that how that works? No snakes in Ireland, right? St. Patrick got the snakes to go away? Is that right? Welcome to today's episode of my live stream where we discuss my vague understanding of Ireland. It's pretty funny, actually. Someday, it'd be fun to go. I lived in Europe for a year, but I never made it across that little section of water there. Never made it that far. Someday. All right, what's next? What are we doing next? We can talk about our maple syrup. Here we go. So this is the 100% pure. This is artisan because how else would it be? Grade A, robust taste. You don't know it's a myth. Yeah, no. That's how some of the best stories start, right? So here in America, what's always fun, on St. Patrick's Day, it is mandatory to wear green And if you are so unfortunate to forget to wear green on St. Patrick's Day, you're going to get pinched. So it's totally acceptable to pinch a person who's not wearing green on St. Patrick's Day in America, which I believe is March 17th. Is that correct? Am I remembering that right? My brother's birthday, which I should know which day it is, but I don't know for sure. I just know it's St. Patrick's Day. And when my calendar says St. Patrick's Day, I know I have to call my brother and wish him a happy birthday. See? Oh, you get pinched. Oh, man, I do. I figured it'd be a harsher crime in actual Ireland not to have green on St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. I don't know what the crime would be, but I'm trying to think. What was it? Was it? I used to watch a lot of travel shows. I'm pretty sure it was in Ireland. They used the word crack in the context of if you were going to a pub and if it was a good time, they would say the crack was good that night, or it was cracking. Is that am I in the right country? Oh, that waffle sounds to me like it's trying to be stuck. Ugh. The crack on this waffle is not working out very good right now. The guards. Oh, come on, why? All right, it's coming off the bottom. So now we have a stalactite hanging tight. I swear this waffle maker has OCD. Like some days it works perfect, and other days it's like, no. It wants to keep the waffles. Oh, look how thick that thing looks. That's crazy. Look at that. It's like 100 miles thick. All right, you're sticking. You gotta go. You gotta go. Crack. Oh, it's spelled, okay. C-R-A-I, the crack. So I'm not imagining that. What was funny on the travel show that I watched, they tried to explain it to the guy, but he was so like, he was so not Irish that he couldn't like quite grasp the concept of how to use it in a sentence. And he kept trying. They kept kind of, and finally the people were just like, "Yeah, you close enough." Because like, I mean, I'm not gonna say that everybody that lives in Ireland hangs out in a pub because that wouldn't be true. But like, they were in a pub, and these were Irish people in a pub having fun. They had their accent going, and they just got done playing live music. They were playing string instruments and singing, and they were trying to explain how the word crack in that context, and the guy just couldn't. He was trying to say it back to him, and it just wasn't working. I just thought it was hilarious. Do you say a wee bit a lot? Do you say what's a wee bit of crack? Do we use the word wee when we speak? So that seems like an Irish thing. In my imagination, this is all my imagination. Being absolutely unknowledgeable at all on the topic. I'm having a wee bit of maple syrup on my waffle here. Now, in the United States, we have all sorts of different accents, regional. Oh, Scottish. Oops, my apologies. The Scottish say a wee bit. Okay. Well, you'll probably enjoy this then. In America, Scottish, this is going to offend all the Scottish people, is traditionally known as sheep. And there's a type of tape called Scotch tape. They literally call it Scotch tape. And it's inexpensive, cheap tape. How crazy is that? The company disparages a whole country of people by describing their product as a cheap. Oh, that's so funny. I actually might be part Scottish. have relatives whose last name is McKercher, Mick. And I believe it's Scottish, but as a standard American, I'm part everything, right? That's how it works over here. Yeah, I know that. That's why I said I just offended the whole country of Scotland. Isn't that great? Somehow I think my stream will be safe, but that's truly what they call. That's why the Scotch. I mean, they called it Scotch tape because it was you could just get rid of it. Oh my god! And then to this day, you can still buy Scotch tape. And the background of the Scotch tape is plaid, like a Scotch kilt or whatever. I don't even know. It blows my mind. But I don't make tape. And the people that do, I guess, you got their reasons. I don't know why they do that. But yeah, I guess I'm a McKercher. That's on my dad's side of the family. Pretty sure it's Scottish. Typically, when people come to the United States, their family bloodline only stays pure for about one generation because they meet somebody and it just starts mixing. It tends to happen real fast over here. I'm trying to think what else. What other amazing pieces of knowledge do I have? Probably not much. I think maybe did Gateway Computers used to be based, or not based, but like have headquarters in Ireland? I think they did. I think I remember. So like, Gateway Computers is very was, I should say, located very close to where I live. I'm pretty sure at one point they started doing manufacturing over in Ireland. Something to do with the tax system, corporate tax structure of Ireland. That's all right. A lot of companies will either base their. I'm trying to think how there's some sort of like the government of Ireland set it up to try to encourage companies to come over, but they'll set their like financial base there for tax advantages. I think. Irish St. Patrick's. I mean, I think in Boston they do a St. Patrick's Day parade. They dye the river green because like there's a big Irish population. I mean, Boston's basketball team is called the Boston Celtics. So, but pretty much anywhere on St. Patrick's Day, you can go to a bar and they'll put green food coloring in your beer. You get a green beer. No doubt about that. Everybody gets to be Irish for a day. You wear the button that says kiss me, I'm Irish. That's a popular one. Uh-oh. Coffee is on E. That's never a good sign. Kiss me, I'm Irish. Well, you wouldn't have to walk very far, would you? That'd be like you get out the front door and there'd be people like taking you up on that, possibly. Ooh, it's a 3-cup day. Some days are 3-cup days. One of the other benefits I've found of streaming my breakfast on Sundays, it really motivates me to at least pick up the kitchen so it looks fairly presentable, at least on the part of the kitchen that gets pointed towards the internet, which is a positive. You know, get to pick up the dirty dishes and such. My dishwasher desperately needs to be ran. Desperately. And I almost started it, but then you'd be listening to the dishwasher run during the stream, so that's going to happen just moments after the stream ends, as the old dishwasher is going to start going wow, 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 wow. Which is fine. I think today's goals in life are going to be, I'm going to restring one of my guitars, I think. I'm going to take the old strings off, oil the fretboard, check the frets, make sure they're good, level them if they need to be. Oh, this one's not. Why? Why are you forsaking me, waffle maker? Just release. Why? I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? Is it too hot? Not hot enough? Too much crumbs? Not enough crumbs? Oh, that's a hot potato there. Try to put it back to somewhat flat status. Guess what part of Ireland? Oh, you strike me as a Northern Ireland individual. So, like, how does that? Is it? I mean, it used to get spicy over in Ireland. Am I? Is that the right part of the world? There were some religious differences. I mean, that's probably getting into a part of the conversation that I probably had no business in. But I know you guys were, for a while there was a little bit of, yeah, that was a real thing. I'm sure the real thing is still there, it's just been dialed back a little bit. I'm just joking. I don't know if you're Northern Ireland. I mean, that could be, if you're not from Northern Ireland, that could be offensive, potentially. I mean, what was his name? Jerry Adams? Is that the guy's name? he was in the news. I really don't know enough about that conflict to actually even speak on it, to be honest with you, but it was like, what is it, the IRA? They weren't happy with a bunch of people, I guess. But it kind of, anywhere you go in the world, there's going to be people that don't get along with other people because of, I guess, reasons. So that was actually big in the news for a while over here. I don't know if it's still, I assume there's not quite as much violence going on because it'd be way more in the news. I actually heard like a conspiracy theory about that said, what was it? It was after 9/11 happened, the political violence backed off because the Americans, which supported whatever side, the donations dried up because the donations got shifted towards the 9/11 memorial thing, and then the money dried up. I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard that. I literally heard that. And that wasn't just not just in Ireland, but like a lot of places where, I mean, I don't want to just call shit out, but like a lot of the Catholic donations, I guess both sides, all sides, all donations got just the donation money just dried up and it went to the American 9/11 stuff. So all over the world, people that were getting donations from America, it all dried up. So that's kind of wild stuff. I'm all about peace, just peace, peace and love. Well, you're gonna leave me in suspense. Which part of which region? I mean, what do you? I'll even. I mean, northern, southern, eastern, western, central. How do you guys divide it all up? I'm pretty sure north and south is like the main division. I think. I mean, I'm not an expert on anything, to be honest with you. I basically have like vague opinions about things that are based on mostly television shows. That makes sense. And I assume that most television shows, their descriptions of the facts at hand are based roughly on reality, but not actual reality. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm trying to think what else. See, like normally I'd be Googling something about Ireland right now, but I'm just really trying to think hard to my vast wealth of useless knowledge. The dog is resting comfortably off camera. We'll just say that. So I'm trying to think. There had to have been something this week that happened that was just like totally noteworthy uh, that requires me to talk about it in my stream. I'm kind of drawing a bit of a blank here. What would it have been? Nope, this week was just a blur. It was just a blur. No highlights, no nothing. Oh, my guildie who got banned for no reason still doesn't know why he got banned. And when he asked, they wouldn't answer. So that's fun. He looked into the terms of service to see what he violated. And the terms of service basically said, oh, yeah, we'll just ban you if we feel like it. And it was kind of like, that's what they did. So that's fun. Uh, like, it's motorcycle season, so there's a lot of motorcycles ripping around, revving their engines, doing burnouts, peeling out stuff, which is always, I don't know. I guess that's the sign of warmer weather. Traffic. I don't know why my channel turns into traffic. It seems like it's just a traffic channel. Been watering my grass in my front yard. That's coming along nice. Regraded the dirt behind my garage because I graded it so it would drain, and then when the rain came, it washed the dirt down and made like a mini delta. It spread the dirt out, and when the dirt spread out, it raised the yard up, And then I made a dam, and it stopped the water from leaving. So I had like a lake in my backyard, which was kind of whack. Oh, see? Well, that one worked out, I guess, except for it's stuck to the top. I mean, I'll take stuck to the top over stuck to both sides. I reheat the leftovers. Stick them in the old air fryer. Warm them up. Eat them for breakfast. Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's not enough oil, too much oil. Not hot enough oil, colder, too cold of oil. Maybe it's the old pancake mix that's sticking to the old, that. It's possible. Crazier things have happened. Oh, I need to clean my gutters out. That's something I really need to do today. Super bad. Let's see. One question, is Ohio cursed? Oh, well, sometimes it could be. Like with are you referring to like when the train car crash happened and the solution was to light it on fire and poison everybody? That was wild. Or is it like haunted house stuff? I don't know. I haven't spent much time in Ohio. That's kind of farther east than I am. I mean, one of the things that like, sorry, I'm eating. One of the things about the United States that like is hard to, it doesn't seem as though it is the scale of the United States. So like when you look at a map, it's like, oh yeah, there's the map, here's the scale, I understand. But like when you actually get on the ground and you start moving around the United States, it is humongous. I mean, it is humongous. For example, like I used to live in Denmark. Well, the whole country of Denmark is like a third of the size of the state that I live in. So like very famously, I lived in the northern part of Denmark for a year. I went back to visit one time, and anyways, we were going from the northern part of Denmark, a town called Skagen, and we were going to Copenhagen, which was about as far as you can go in the country of Denmark. Driving, and it was I don't know, a couple hours drive, like maybe 4 hours, I can't even remember, but literally people in the neighborhood came out to wave because there was an adventure of people driving from their town. It was like, for me, it was like, that's nothing. A 4 hour drive, that's just to get to wherever you're going. Like, for me, I drive an hour just to go to the next big town, and it's like not that big of a deal. It's like an hour. Like if I want to go to like a huge town, it's like a 5 hour drive. Guess what was made in Denmark? Lots of things are made in Denmark. Bang & Olufsen audio gear, Royal Copenhagen, Tuborg beer, Carlsberg beer. I haven't been there for a while, but it's a fun country. Nice people. But it's just the scale. So like, Ohio is a bunch of states away. That'd be a couple days drive, probably. I think 18 hours is the longest I've driven one day before. That's a long day. And I had to stop because I was going someplace else. It's just like, whoa. Somehow my My television has locked up. I don't know why that is, but this seems to be still live over here. Weird. Sometimes the television stream starts with I. Guess what was made in Denmark? Actually, that's in Denmark. It starts with I. Danish things that start with I? I have no idea. I mean, it can't be Ireland because that wasn't made anywhere. What was made? There might be like a sports brand of like clothing and gear that starts with an I. I tend to remember that somehow. Like Intersport or something like that. Does that sound right? It's very popular across Europe. There's a. Oh, it starts with L. L. Danish L. Ugh. Yep, still drawing a blank. I'm just like I'm going through all the L words I can think that are Danish. Nope, I got nothing. Oh, Legos, yeah, for sure, Legos, absolutely. Sorry. Yeah, Lego is slang for play nice. Go is good, and lay is play. Yep. Been to Billund, been to Legoland, absolutely. Shame on me for not being able to process that one. But as soon as I saw the toy thing, yeah, definitely Legoland. I guess they're making like a movie. I saw like with Pharrell. Like I saw there's a Pharrell movie coming out. It's all Lego. It's like all these famous rappers are gonna be in it. Yeah, exactly. Like Lego. Oops. Yep, the old Legoland. It's pretty cool. My niece, my niece was recently going to a university semester over in Sweden, and she took not a day trip, but she had a holiday break, and she went to Billund and went through Legoland just recently. Actually, I'm gonna eat that one. No, I'm gonna eat that one. Eat the good one. The last one I made was good. I was impressed by the airports in Legoland because the planes like drove around like they were taxiing. Is that? Love the waffle. Hey, welcome to the stream. If you just caught me taking that one out, I got lucky. The other ones, they're like pita breads. I mean, sometimes the waffles work and sometimes the waffles don't work, I guess. The making of a waffle is a fine art. My waffle maker may be, well, I'm pretty sure the waffle maker is a used waffle maker that was sold and then bought and then sold again and bought, and I think I'm at least the third owner. But that usually doesn't bother me, you know? I'm okay with lightly used items. I'm a value shopper. I like the best bang for my buck. Now, I will say, I've always coveted and wanted one of them, the waffle makers? You put them in, and then it flips on the hinges. Oh, man. I just think that's so cool. I've always wanted one of those. And I don't know if they, I mean, I don't even know what the point of that is. Other than like, let me gather my thoughts while I shoot my waffle. So, are we going to cook this last little bit? Yeah, let's make a little tiny one. What the hell? So the way, when I say the way it works, this is the way I think it works. If you get in your Wayback Machine, you go back in time, back before like you had electric stoves and gas stoves, you had what was called a wood stove. And you'd put wood in, light the fire, make the top hot. And, whoops. When am I going to have a Lego house? Oh man, when I was a kid, Legos, this is how we did Legos. You ready for this? We had a giant cardboard box. I mean, as big as the stove. Not as tall. But we would so we'd take a bed sheet and lay it on the floor, put all the Legos on the bed sheet, and then we'd play with the Legos. And then when we were done playing with Legos, you pick all the corners of the bed sheet up into a big pile and put it in the box. And then when you want to play Legos again, you pull the bed sheet out and you spread it out. And it would just be hundreds and hundreds of Legos. Yeah, we were way into Legos when I was a kid. Way into Legos. Actually, this is kind of crazy. It's not crazy, but it's an interesting fact. I have two brothers, and they are both still into Legos, and they still get Legos for Christmas. And they get the crazy, like, what they call master sets, where it builds sculptures and stuff. And, my one brother, his kid's into it. Like, what did she get? She got, like, a flower bouquet, centerpiece, a cornucopia, a Lego cornucopia. Is that what it was? That was cool. I mean, I guess I could be into Legos too, but like, there's only so many hours in the day, and I'm into way too much shit already. So yeah, my Lego days are maybe behind me, but we used to get the kit. You get the kit, you build it, and once you build it, then you take it apart, and you make something else. I seem to remember making crash-up derby cars with my brothers. You build a car. The rule is you had to have 3 wheels still on after. Once you lost your 4th or your 3rd wheel, you're out of the competition. And you go in the kitchen and you just smash them into each other. You couldn't press too hard to put it back together when you were doing the warm-up. Alright, I was just talking about something before I got back onto Legos. What the hell was I talking about? It's going to be really good, too. Oh, the waffle makers. Here we go. So you got the wood fire waffle, or the wood fire stove with the logs burning and the hot top. Well, the original waffle makers were cast iron, and you'd put your batter in. I mean, obviously, you try to warm the thing up, but like the way they worked is there was a ball hinge, and you would flip the waffle over halfway through to put the hot side down. So that's like how the original waffle makers were. It's like you literally flipped them over so you could get that heat. Like Griswold is famous for making one of these waffle makers. Well, because of that and the authentic, like they're really cool. They got like a ring on the bottom, and the thing comes up, and the ball goes in, and the clamshell's open, and it locks. They're pretty cool. But I guess if you don't well season it, you don't do it right, it just becomes a waffle nightmare. So then somehow someone decided that'd be cool to do high-end waffle makers that had that flip feature. Seems a little redundant. I think the way they work now is the flipping it over like either turns it on or off or something. I really don't know. So a lot of hotels, whatever, motels, will include a breakfast with the overnight stay. And the breakfast will be an unsupervised room that will have like a machine that spews out fruit juice flavored water, I guess. There may be milk and some sort of dry cereal for having that for breakfast. There may be potentially like oranges or bananas, maybe. but some of them will have a waffle machine with a waffle batter dispenser. So you walk up, you get a paper cup, you hit the button, it disperses a preset amount of waffle batter into your cup. You go to the waffle machine, you open it up, you put the batter in, you close it, you flip it over. When it beeps, your waffle's perfect. Very fun. Those machines work well. The waffles do not stick. Let's move the old fruit plate over here. Got a little mess going on. So the best way to fix the mess is to take a hand towel and just wipe your problems away. Oh, got the click. Click. I'm just gonna rip it open. So far, so we can unplug that. We don't need to run that anymore. That'll be a good snack. All right. I see Grandma might have gone to Ireland. You been to Ireland? Maybe not. I know you were in the area once. I've always wanted to go. Mainly because I'm pretty sure with the English speaking skills that I possess, I should be able to communicate fairly well. I may not be able to understand. I'm sure they can understand me. Oh yeah, you never made it to Ireland. All right. Actually, I know my grandmother went to Ireland. Oh God. Where am I gonna find that? All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna step away for like maybe a minute. You just watch this. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna go. I'll be right back because I know my grandmother went to Ireland. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Am I gonna go find this? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, I'm never gonna find it. I just saw it the other day too. Oh God. I'm looking through drawers right now. Hold on. Where would I put that thing? I just saw it the other day too. Just the other day. Can you hear me? Can you hear me moaning in here? I'm looking through my junk drawers. Where would it be? Hold on. Get close. Got it. Oh, that might not be our own. No, I might be a liar. Am I a liar? I'm back. Let's see. I gotta bring up a Google search here before I show this because I don't want to be a complete dummy. No, I'm a dummy. It's not Ireland. I thought they brought a rock back from Ireland. I thought it said Dublin, but it doesn't say Dublin. Dermovik, it's in Croatia. Damn it! Now I'm a liar. I'm a liar on the internet telling lies. I knew it started with a D. It was a rock. What is this now? Kerry? Oh man, we're gonna Google you. Oh! Does it look like that where you live? Oh my god. Does that look familiar? Or did I type the wrong part in? Do you have a big cliff? Is there a valley? Is that your house? Is that your backyard? Cary. But you said county. Yeah, County Cary, yeah. Really? I think that's where you live. Does that look familiar? Oh, so I did in fact insult you by calling you a Northern Irelander. I apologize. I bet the wind blows where you live. Okay, you're living on the old on the ocean. Am I doing this right? Is this the slideshow? That's where you live. That house right there. Oop, the roof fell off. That looks like where the Lord of the Rings is from somehow. Yep, that's you. That was your rock or your stone house. That's pretty cool. Well, that is a beautiful. That's a 10 out of 10 view you got there. Do people ever, unfortunately, accidentally fall off that cliff? All the shades of green, I bet. Well, I'm definitely stopping by if I ever make it to Ireland. I promise. I've always found the best way to travel is to go places where you know somebody and then go do the things that they do. You get a more authentic experience than just like going to a town or wherever or a place and just like doing the tourist thing, because like the tourist thing is always just a tourist thing. You don't actually get the real feel. Sometimes people fall off. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I bet. Falling off. So this is kind of funny. My hometown, famously, back in the good old days, right? When I say good old days, I'm talking like when photographs were in black and white. That's how long ago. So when photography was in black and white, my hometown was famous. We had elk, which is like a large deer. And these elk were wild, but they got trained to jump off a elevated diving board into the river for beer. True story. Some dude just started feeding wild elk beer, and they would jump off the diving board to get more beer. And they were called the famous diving elk. I shouldn't say my hometown, near where I live. We don't have elk anymore. I don't know if they all drowned or what, but the famous diving elk for beer. Like, God. The magic of beer. Make a wild animal climb a set. Like, there's photographs of this, and like he like built a set of stairs, and they would go up the stairs and then jump off the diving board into the river, and then come get free beer. Do I have any plans? Well, the yard's in. Water my yard. Yeah, I don't even know. The word this summer is like makes my... It's hard to believe that summer's in the conversation already, and I get it. It's just around the corner. I'm going to turn this around. Hey! Are you looking at my cabinets? Those are my... bunch of weirdos. Let me raise the camera up a little bit. Am I going out of town on vacation? Probably not. I don't get to go on vacation anymore. spent all my vacation money on guitars, apparently. Which, by the way, stay tuned. We've got more good news coming on the old guitar series. Oh, man. I completely lost my mind. See, I kind of got, well, I'm getting older, so I have gray in my beard, but I have a reddish beard. I could probably blend in if I just didn't, like, open my mouth and speak. I could probably just stand in the corner and maybe be Irish. It's possible. With wisdom comes gray. If you haven't experienced it yet, stay tuned. You'll get there eventually, hopefully. Am I going out? No, yeah. So, yeah. I need to iron my shirt pockets. They look a little rough. Yeah. Anyways. So today I need to replace all the... What? Oh, hey, I got one for you. There you go. Here's a great story. All right, you ready for this? This is a true story. I don't think I told this one. So the other day, I've got the machine at the house that I use to tear the front yard out. It's a skid loader. I needed to work in the back and on the side of my lower garage because I haven't had a skid loader here, and like when I brought all that dirt in, it never got like graded, it just got dumped. So I was like, well, I'm gonna put new rock on the side of the building where my red truck sits. Red truck's always on a battery tender, it starts, whatever. But I'll check the air of the tires. I go to check the air of the tires, press in the air on the ball or on the valve stem. Valve stem like cracks, air starts leaking out of the valve stem. I'm like, oh shit. That's not good, but I got to get this thing moved because I have to work here. So my solution was to just jump in the truck right away and just move it with the air leaking out the valve stem, right? So like, there wasn't much gas in it because I've moved it a bunch since there wasn't much gas in it. So like, there's very little gas in it. So like, I'm driving up and around. I get up to the garden and I'm going to take it to the top of I'm going to take it all the way up to get it out of the way. I go up the next section of steep and it stalls out because there's no gas in it. I roll backwards. Oh God. Fire it back up, rev it, get the RPMs up, try again, get up, almost the top, stalls out again, roll backwards. Oh God. Try a third time, get almost all the top, stalls out, starts to go backwards, put the brakes on, pedal goes to the floor. No brakes. And unfortunately, this car needs the emergency brake fixed because it doesn't have an emergency brake. So there I am, rolling backwards towards the top of the garden in a 1996 Chevy fucking Silverado with no brakes and the engine's off because it's just all out. I was like, holy shit! Crank the wheel, like, get it like, I just barely save it, you know, I'm just like having a heart attack. Air's leaking out the tire, no brakes, no gas, like, so like my trucks sit parallel parked at the top of the hill. God almighty, yeah, that actually happened. So if you're a brake expert, you could come do a little brake work. I popped the hood. It looks as though it may have been driver's front might have sprung a leak because there is a little spray of the old brake juice in the vicinity of the driver's front. Yeah, good save. Yeah. Oh, God, dude. Backwards, like, there's nope. Even if I was professional backwards coaster with no power steering, there's no solution once you start. Because that would be down, if I made the curve, if I made it past the new garage, I made the curve. Now I'm heading to the creek. Like it's either tree, cliff, building, creek, telephone pole. So you don't, well, so here's the fun part. It's conveniently parked right above the garden. Like, super convenient spot. And I got it I did pull it forward and get it like a little less because like it was pretty sketchy for a second. But yeah, like the valve stem, like it's on a flat tire. Of course, the flat tire is passenger rear, which is the downhill side. So the whole truck's just like, I went up and looked at it yesterday. I put fresh gas in it with a little stabilizer. It fired right up. Idle's fine. It was just out of gas. But like that valve stem leaking, I just didn't even, like gotta go. Because like, so I've been watching videos, how to change a valve stem on a on a tire that's mounted. I'm learning about that. I have valves down. I'm going to attempt that, but good God. There's still brake fluid in the reservoir, so it's not like, I mean, I went in and I kind of pumped it. There's still a little there, so I don't know what's going on. I may try putting some in there. I talked to the guy who helps me sometimes, and he was like, "Oh, we could just hook a chain to it, hook it to the skid loader, and like coast it down." And I was like, "Okay, so do you want to be truck driver, or who's gonna volunteer for that? As long as the chain doesn't, you know what I mean? It's just like that's Ghost Rider. There's nothing. I mean, God Almighty, I should have fixed that parking brake." It's just like as long as it all works out, you know, it's gonna be. Let's see. So yeah, there's a kit you can do, and what the kit consists of. You chop your valve stem off, and then there's a wire with a little hook, and you just shove it in there, and then you just yank the living fuck out of that thing, and you pop the valve stem straight out. And then you take the new valve stem and you coat it in, well, they say soapy water, but like this guy's like, dude, you need to put oil on that shit. And then you just, well, the kit, yeah, I was in 4-wheel drive, don't worry. The kit, actually, what it consists of is a long, slowly taping funnel. Obviously, this isn't the right shape. But if you imagine, this is valve stem size, and then it just slowly gets bigger. You screw a rod to the valve stem, and then you lube all that up inside there, and then you just fucking mash that thing in there, and it just squeezes it all down, and then it goes pop through, and then you just yank it back because it's screwed onto the valve stem. You can buy a kit that does it. I don't have that kit. So like the other guy's like, oh, what you do then is you just use pliers and you just wedge that goddamn thing. Kind of like if you watch the video where I put the valve stems in the gas cans. That's exactly how you do it. Now, the thing I don't know is Discount Tire Direct, or Discount Tire, will fix a tire with a nail in it for free, as long as the tire is in safe, usable condition. Well, unfortunately, this truck's sets of tires is extremely old. There are some checks in it, and I don't know if they would do that. Plus, I don't know if it's like, God, it's so bad. It's on a hill, and the tire that's flat's on the downhill side, and it's like, oh, God. Part of me thinks maybe I could just drive around it forever. It could be a piece of yard art. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you definitely put it in 4 low going down, but like, I mean, as long as the chain didn't disconnect, you wouldn't ghost ride to nowhere. Oh, God. That was exciting. That was very exciting. But like on the list of like priority things that I really want to get taken care of right away, fixing that truck is not exactly up there, but like now that it's parked parallel in the road going to the top of the hill, kind of important, but like, ugh. Sucky. All right, I think I went too long here. I appreciate all. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Change this down. Down you go. Brake caliper, master cylinder on the old shit. Ooh, man. Well, there's a chance that the brake fluid in that truck of mine is the original brake fluid. There's an actual chance of that from the 90s. That's a real possibility. Anyways, if you were new to chat, thanks for stopping by. If you live in Ireland, thanks for stopping by. Well, there's no brakes. It isn't the air issue. It's the zero brakes. The no able to stop. That's the actual issue. I might drive the goddamn thing down on the rims if I had brakes, but they ain't got no brakes. And once you get going, you don't stop until you hit something. And like, yeah. Yeah, it ain't the air problem. That is the least of that truck's problem. I mean, I got a spare tire for it. I could take the spare tire off, throw a new spare tire on it. It's got an undermount spare tire. That is the least of the problems. But the valve stem is the easiest of the problems, if you will. Whatever. All right. If you caught it live, thanks for coming live. Every Sunday I do breakfast, I guess, because that's just what I do. If you missed the live, you caught the re-upload. That's almost as much fun, but you can see we had fun. We learned about Ireland. That was amazing. Yeah. The adventure never ends. Stay tuned for some abso-fucking-lutely amazing guitar gear content. Minds will be blown because I blew my own mind. I cannot believe what I have done, but it's done. Stay tuned. Trust me. Mind-boggling. Mind-boggling things coming. Life is short, so you gotta do mind-boggling things sometimes. All right. It's Sunday. Get something accomplished. All right, next week. Yeah, get some sleep. I mean, kind of middle of the night for you, but that's fun. All right. Peace. We'll do something different besides waffles next week. Stay safe. Have fun. Catch you next time. I'm out. Maybe. Can't figure out where the button is.